So this start to the trade war is like in total meme territory. It's ridiculous. Canada has started I guess, Trump announced it, but they're firing the first salvo by saying they're going to take American liquor off the shelves that comes from red states. I mean, they are not going to get the red state blue state rivalry going the way that Trump can do by carving a wedge between Alberta and the rest of Canada. I've never even been to Canada, but I can tell you that. And I can also tell you that America is more united than that. This is like noise to us almost. Sure, it might hurt a little bit, but another thing they're doing is they're taking the liquor off the shelves that they've already purchased to be sold. So why wouldn't they just sell it? I mean, you know, and then put up a sign that says there ain't no more until this trade dispute is solved. Um, America's fault. Okay, so if you really like a particular bottle of whatever, buy two of them or something, and that could probably apply to cheese or other products that I don't know what kind of agriculture we probably ship a lot of agriculture to Canada. I would think cheese from Wisconsin would be one thing. Maybe beef or something. I don't know, but you know, and for us, we might say, "Oh crap, I better grab that maple syrup because next time it's going to be 25% more at least." Okay, that's the trade war. It's what it's about. And I think we might actually even make some of our own maple syrup. I don't know. I don't buy a lot of that, but I have. But the thing is that this whole trade war thing is kind of stupid to me. They really should work it out, and I'm not sure what T-Man wants out of this. I'm not sure Canada knows what T-Man wants out of this because he sounded like he wants to take over Canada, which is like patently absurd, like making it a 51st state. However, province by province, that starts to look very different, especially starting with Alberta. When I see how much that they have to pay the rest of Canada to what? Be in Canada? Maybe they would rather be in the United States. I've heard people say stupid things like, we don't want to take them on. We have to, handle all those people. We already have enough. And I'm like, they'd be much more of an asset than a liability. They have tons of resources. That's like, Alberta is Canada in a way, and when it comes to like their resource economy, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not totally true, but it's without Alberta, that country would be, you know, you're talking about a country that has a population the size of California, almost equal, and an economy about half the size of California in terms of dollar for dollar. So that's just one state in the United States. It happens to be one of our biggest, but so this trade war stuff is kind of stupid. I think T-Man holds the cards, but I'm not sure why he's doing this. Does he really want to take over all of Canada? Why? I say just work with him, but that's just me. We could form a better relationship where we could cross borders without passports. We could have easier trade. I'm totally for free trade with Canada because they have a similar, at least used to, okay, similar standard of living to the United States. Mexico is a little bit harder, but even that could be worked out over time. There's, Mexico's, stronger than we think. It's not just a bunch of people, wearing sombreros and living in huts. No, they have very sophisticated things in cities and some places and stuff. They have problems, but I'm not sure. The latest I heard was he wants Mr. T Man is mad at Canada because fentanyl comes across the border. But first he made it sound like we want to take over Canada. But now he's pivoted to he wants to stop the drugs from coming across the border. Okay. And then with Mexico, it's like stop people from crossing the border from everywhere, basically. In other words, make them secure the border. Okay, I can understand those two concerns. We will pay a price as Americans for it, but I think, you know, if it'll within a year it would spur domestic production for things and would bring plants back and jobs back. So it'd actually be a net win. It's just kind of a rough like hit while we're already wounded because like eggs were like what was it, 8.99 or something a dozen at the store. But that's like the bird flu thing or whatever. But still, it's this stuff is it all impacts us. And I'm not blaming Trump for the egg price because he hasn't been in long enough to have an effect. But this stuff's got to come down at some point, and these kind of trade wars are not going to bring prices down. Not until a while, actually. If we persist with this policy, you will see more domestic production within the United States, and yes, we will bring prices down. We could easily produce enough food for ourselves. Now, can we import certain kinds of crops that can only grow in Mexico? No. But we can easily feed ourselves. I mean, we can feed Canada too. Like, they don't even have to grow food if we really wanted to do it. If we really wanted to ship enough to them. So, yeah, California can feed the United States, essentially, almost, if they let them do it. So, anyway, this whole idea of we're throwing away the liquor because America bad is a big waste of money that the Oregon, or it's not Oregon, OLCC, sorry, that the Canadian liquor, people, they control it, the government, they're just throwing it away to spite us, and they're only hurting themselves because they already bought it. So our companies already sold it to them. They can't ship it back. What? I mean, come on. Yeah. In fact, I know somebody who went through this, who actually saw this happen with the Russia thing. So that's that. Um, on it goes. I hope things get better between the two countries. I don't know what's going to come of this, but it is a fairly radical move. We haven't really had anything this significant in our relationship with Canada and Mexico since like the 1800s, 1900s, I think, or something like that, where we just kind of went, well, oh yeah, well, how about this, So see how it goes, and much love to everybody in all three countries. Most of us are just bystanders in this, war between the billionaire people and stuff like that. So, yeah. If you like a product from either of these countries, I recommend stocking up on it a little bit if it's non-perishable. And yeah, that's it.